about your ball out here.
Yeah.
Too late, man.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is Jamie and Desiree with Two Get Fit Fitness here with another edition of our live stream. This one is going to be the frequently asked questions,
Mm.
um, particularly that we've been asked. Some you may have been asked yourself. We'll see. I have a set of questions that I know I've been asked, and Desiree has some questions that she's been asked.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies first.
Oh,
So just as a disclosure, this is like live. I don't know what questions she has.
and I don't know what
Yeah.
questions he has.
So this will be very interesting. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
my for
okay.
ready. Okay,
Mhm.
my first question I get asked a lot is how many days a week do you work out? Now, in a perfect world, I would love to work out 7 days a week, but it's not. That's not realistic. So the question is, how many days a week do I work out? I would say 4 to 5 days a week. I work out 4 to 5 days a week.
Okay.
Okay, that's my
So
question.
so why do you work out 4 to 5 days a week? Why not like 6 or 7 days a week?
I would love to work out 6 or 7 days a week. That would be awesome. But you need recovery. Recovery is just as important as working out. Um, People think that, as well as I used to think, that you build muscle while you're working out. But no, that's not exactly true. You're breaking down muscle as you're working out, but it's the recovery that helps you to build that muscle.
Hmm.
So without that recovery, then you're really not going to get the results that you're seeking. So that's why I don't work out 6 or 7 days a week. You gotta build in days for recovery. Your workout is only as good as how you can recover. If you're not recovered, then your next workout is going to be subpar. So recovery is important.
Okay. Okay. All right. So,
What's your first
oh,
question?
my first question. Okay.
I'm not looking.
My first question is, how can I look like you?
Ooh,
I,
I
I,
want to know the answer to that too.
yeah, I get that asked a lot. Well, how can I look like you? How can I get arms like you, or whatever the case may be? And like, unfortunately, you can't look like me. Okay. Now the reason
That's
why
so hard.
now the reason why I say that is because unless you're a genetic match like my brother, my twin brother, you can't look like me. You can only look like the best version of you, the best version of you. So it's like I can't look like somebody who, like Chris Bumstead. I can't look like him or anybody else, but I can only be the best version of me. So when people ask me, well, how can I look like you? Well, try not to look like me. Try to look like the best version of yourself. Okay,
Mm.
because that's the reality of the thing. You can only be the best version of you. You can't be like somebody else. Not to saying that you can't aspire to use that as motivation, but like to look exactly like a person, that's pretty much impossible unless you're a genetic match or a twin or something. So
Mm.
yeah.
Good one.
Hmm.
Good one. My next question is, make sure he's not looking at my question. I get, well, what do you eat? You must eat salad. You must not eat that much. Now, there's nothing wrong with salads. I like salads. Nothing wrong with a smoothie for a snack. I like smoothies. So the question I get asked is, what do I eat? I make sure I eat a high protein based diet. I make sure I get enough protein in for my needs, for my body, for my goals. Um, my goals are looking to build muscle, and so protein is necessary to build muscle. Protein is the building blocks of muscle, the amino acids of muscle. And so that's a question I get asked a lot. What do I eat? Um, do I eat 100% clean all the time? No. That's not sustainable. Um, I take a flexible approach when it comes to my eating and my nutrition. I don't just eat unseasoned plain tilapia and steamed broccoli. No. Um, I try to eat stick to whole foods. I think about the 80-20 rule. 80% of my nutrition comes from clean whole foods, and 20% of it comes from donuts. Yeah, but I mean, I like donuts, and the people they're like when they hear that, oh my gosh, I can't believe you love a donut. I do. Do I eat it every day? No. Do I eat it every week? No. Every couple of months, if I want one, I'll get one. So just being flexible, had taken a flexible approach with your nutrition, with your eating. I'm not even going to say diet, because diet gives a connotation that it's temporary, and you have to think of it as a lifestyle. So, excuse me, take a flexible approach when it comes to my eating. That way, it's sustainable. That way, I don't feel like I'm cutting out my favorite foods I like to eat. If you tell me that I can only eat tilapia and broccoli for the rest of my life, it's not going to last long. So try to take a flexible approach to my eating so it can be sustainable.
Hmm. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So the next question that I'm asked, a lot. How much do you bench? Like, how much do you
Why
bench?
is that a guy thing?
I think it is a
It's a
guy
guy
thing.
thing.
Yeah. How much you bench? How much you bench, bro? Okay. So when folks ask me that, how much do you bench? I tell them enough. Okay. Because realistically, it's not like as far as how much you can bench. Realistically, you should be able to bench at least your body weight. But as far as how much you bench, does it really matter how much you bench? Come say come sa. It may not, but the main thing is to get better. That's the main thing. So, and that's what I strive to do. I strive to get better with whatever exercise I'm doing, whether it's bench press, deadlift, squats, bicep curls, whatever the case may be.
Mm.
I try to do my best to reach my potential. And it goes back to the very first question that I'm always asked: How do I look like you? Well, by trying to be the best version of me.
Mm.
Doing my best when it comes in the gym. Okay, so next time somebody asks you how much do you bench, I bench enough. Normally if someone spits out a number, it's more of a, I guess, a bragging right. I don't have
Mm.
anything to brag about. Because you know, I know plenty of people that can bench more than me. So I mean, unless you're Eddie Hall, I mean,
Mm.
mm, so,
Um,
but yeah.
and then two, when they ask how much you bench, and you say it's not really important, doesn't matter. Um, the better question is how much do you bench with proper form?
Mm,
How much do you bench with true strength instead of compensatory strength? Other muscles getting involved because you have a set number or amount that you want to bench, and you're having to use other muscles to kind of compensate to help you to get that weight up. So the better question is how much you bench with good form.
mm, So how much can you bench? Because a lot of guys, that's all they concern. That's the true test of strength, how much you can bench. But what does the rest of you look like?
Oh,
I mean, you go into the gym, just hit bench press one time and walk out. I know some guys who do that too. Just go in there, bam. That's they then they're off. It's like, okay, well,
mm,
what did you accomplish? You just wasted what, uh, 30, 45 minutes getting ready and coming up here just to ego lift.
hmm.
Um, True fitness isn't about ego lifting. Oh, and there goes the rain.
Lingering.
Mm. Man, it's like a rain. It's been like a rain for us
Yeah.
these last. So if you hear a bunch of background noise, we apologize because it is the rain, and it is coming.
Yeah. Sorry, we had no control over that.
Yeah. Oh wow. All right. So next question.
My next question, I get this a lot. Well, it's kind of similar to Jamie, one of Jamie's questions. Um, how long did it take you to look like that? It's taken people, everyone wants instant, instant results. It's taken me a couple of years, I would say 2 to 3 years of paying attention to my nutrition, um, lifting with proper form, lifting progressively, consistently. Um, I would say it's taking about 2 to 3 years to attain my current physique. But what contributed to that is just being consistent with my training, being consistent with my nutrition, making sure I'm eating enough, and then progressing my lifts as a weight gets easier to lift and to move. Progressing it by increasing the reps, progressing it by increasing the weight, progressing it by increasing the intensity. So just about being progressive with my training, with my and consistent with my nutrition. So I would say it's taking about 2 to 3 years um, you know, to achieve. I didn't just wake up like this.
Yeah. When it comes to fitness and your overall wellness and physique, it's not like an instant
Mm-mm.
microwavable dinner. It takes to do it right. To do
Mhm.
it right, it does take some time. It does take some time. A lot of people, due to the society in which we live in, they don't have patience. Everything's instant. Instant this. And then plus, we got all these fads, uh, lose this in 30 minutes, lose that in 30 days. I mean, that's their expectation when it comes to fitness. Well, um, what have you learned? And then what you're going to do after the fact. So, people forget about that stuff. Okay. All right. So another question that I get asked a lot is, "Hey man, what you taking?"
Oh.
Like, what are you talking about? What supplements you taking? Okay. What are you eating? That's the first thing. What are you eating? So, some people, and I know there's some folks out there that probably thinks that we're on steroids or something like that, but we're not. This is all natural, all natural. What kind of supplements you take in, stuff like that. But realistically, supplements are just exactly what they are, supplementation. When it comes to your health and fitness, whole foods are the way to go. Supplements only fill in the gaps, and they're made for convenience. So, in fact, when folks ask what kind of supplements you take or what kind of protein powder you take, you know, I, if I had a chance to eat, regular food versus, a protein shake, I'd do the regular food. The protein shakes are, just what they are to fill in the gaps for, convenient purposes. Of course, you have your recovery aids like your BCAAs, your EAAs, that helps with recovery, your creatine, things like that, pre-workout. But ultimately, like when it comes to that stuff, I always suggest folks, do your research. That's what Desiree is here for because, I do little, I'm just going to be honest, I do very little research. I look at, the wow factor and I look at some of the ingredients, but she's mainly the one that looks at the ingredients and, we try it out, test it out, so we're able to recommend things for our clients. But as far as, what supplements we take, just your regular stuff, but it all depends on your fitness goals, on what supplements that you need. Okay. So everybody's different.
Yeah.
Some people may have a higher, like for instance, pre-workout. Some people may have a higher tolerance to caffeine. Others may not. So you may get like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde,
Oh no.
and somebody who is very caffeine sensitive. I mean, they probably will stay awake for 2 days on that stuff. So it all depends on the person. All depends on the person.
Good question.
Mhm.
Another question I get a lot, and how to say it. Another question I get asked a lot. Well, you must do a lot of cardio.
Mm.
I try to do the least amount of cardio. Nothing wrong with cardio. Cardio has its benefits, its cardiovascular benefits. For some people, cardio may be therapy, going for a jog or going for a run to be therapy. But I do the least amount of cardio. possible.
It said that with emphasis.
The least amount of cardio possible. My focus is on cardio. My focus is on putting on muscle, changing the shape of my body, and cardio is just not going to do that. What will do that is progressively lifting weights. And I'm talking to you females, I'm talking to my ladies. You will not look like He-Man um, lifting weights. So what's really wrong with that?
Or She-Ra.
Yeah, She-Ra. You won't look like She-Ra or She-Hulk lifting weights, but even if you do, that's awesome too. But that's a question I get a lot. Well, you must do a lot of cardio. When I do cardio, it may be 15, 20 minutes on the treadmill, maybe once or twice a week. Um, Doing a WOD workout once a week. Um, Maybe doing some hill sprints um, maybe once a week when I do cardio. I'm not doing all those things in 1 week. Maybe 1 week I may do walking on the treadmill, go for a walk outside 15, 20 minutes just to get some movement. Or 1 week I may do a WOD workout here at the studio. It's one time a week. Or maybe 1 week I may do some jump rope. Or maybe 1 week I may do some hill sprints. So I try to do the least amount of cardio possible. My focus is on putting on lean muscle mass. And so doing a lot of cardio, doing HIIT every day, running every day, sprints every day, is not going to help me to put on lean muscle mass. It's actually going to work against my goals. So I try to do the least amount of cardio possible. Not saying that should just do no cardio. Like I said, cardio, it does have its benefits. It's cardiovascular benefits, heart health benefits, but don't make that your main focus. Make your main focus, if your goal is to put on lean muscle, ladies, if your goal is to change the shape of your body, ladies, um, then make your priority weight training. Make your priority progressing your lifts, getting stronger, and on the side, it's like a little icing on the cake. Cardio. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, cool. For one last question. So, let's see here. I'll pick this one right here. So I guess we can both answer this question because it's a good one. Okay.
Okay.
So, what is your least favorite and your most favorite exercise?
Ooh.
Okay, so I would have to say my favorite exercise would have to be
Same as mine.
the deadlift.
Oh, I love the
Yes,
deadlift. Oh, I
okay,
love the deadlift.
My
Yeah.
favorite one is the deadlift.
I love
Okay,
deadlifts.
I mean, it's I don't know, something
It
primal about
is.
deadlifting, like lifting something up and throwing it down with
Yes.
authority. I don't know,
I
it's
don't
something.
know. It's exhilarating.
Yeah. I remember one clip that I was watching. This big old dude, he was deadlifting, and like two big old wheels. He deadlifted it up, and he was like, "You're not living unless you can't do deadlifts." And I was like, "Oh well, that's right." So yeah, deadlifts I would have to say is my favorite
Yeah.
exercise. I'd have to say deadlifts.
Yeah.
Plus, they're good for depending on how you do it as well.
Yeah.
Um, Good for hamstrings,
Mm-hmm.
core,
Lats,
lats,
lower back.
lower back. So I mean, they're good compound movements. So that's my favorite one.
Mine
Favorite
too.
one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's nothing like after all your compound lifts, that's probably going to be the heaviest one you can do. So I think that's my one. As far as my least favorite, you go first.
My least favorite is bench press. I just don't like the bench press. I mean, it's not something that I do several times a week, maybe once a week. I just don't like the bench press.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, so she doesn't like the bench
I
press.
just don't like the bench press.
Okay. So
Not saying that I don't do it, I
No.
just don't like it.
you just don't like
I just don't like it.
it. Okay. That's understandable. Okay. And I would have to say my least favorite exercise would have to be
squats.
Yes, barbell squats.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, barbell squat. I don't like to do it, but I know it's a necessary evil. But yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
You learn something new every day.
yeah. As you get old, you get bad knees.
No, that is true. I understand that. As you get
Yeah.
older, yeah, you do have to think about your joints.
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes squats are not so nice on the knees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Plus, too, there's always that. Obviously, if you're lifting lightweight, it's not that bad. But when you start getting heavy, and that's when you have that come to Jesus meeting sometimes. Where it's like, will I live or will I die? With the deadlifts, not so much. Bench press, almost there, but it's nothing like putting some weight on your back, and
Mhm.
you go down, and
May not come back
you may not
up.
come back up, and you're saying a little mini prayer as you're contemplating, why am I here and what have I done with my life.
Mm.
But yeah, that's one thing, yeah, that I don't like about squats. And then too, I don't know, just leg day in general sometimes can be a little painful, but I know it's a necessary evil. But yeah, yeah, squats. So there it is.
Did not know that.
Yep, squats. So yep. Well, so those are some of the questions that were frequently asked. If you have any questions, if you've been asked any questions, please leave those below in the comment section. Or if you have any questions for us that we can answer, leave that in the comment section as well. We'll answer those. And also, please make sure that you like this video, comment on this video once again, and make sure you share this video so that you can help support the channel. We do our best to post at least 1 to twice a week. So please make sure you support our little fitness channel. We really would appreciate it. Okay? Ain't that right?
That is so right.
All right. So thank you so much, and until next time, come get some. Like,
Did you angle me?
yes.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.